And Yusuf, you did refer there to the Israeli blockade. Now we know a Viva Palestina aid convoy is expected to reach Gaza soon to break that blockade. Tell us about the preparations in the coastal strip.
Well, there is no any change on the ground here, apart of just allowing some consumer goods, food stuff, and the most needed items, which are the construction materials such as cement, gravel, steel, iron, etc., are still not allowed. More than nearly 2 years have passed, and Israel still did not allow any construction material to allow Gazans to rebuild their lives and to rebuild their homes. The poverty is very high, unemployment is very high, there are no jobs, factories are still closed because there are no raw materials. About 90% of Gaza's population rely on foreign aid provided by international agencies in order to feed their families. Gaza is still isolated from the outside world. It's difficult for Gaza patients to cross easily to the West Bank through Israeli crossings. So there are many things still not solved. Israel claimed it has eased its blockade last June, but the situation is still miserable here.
Yusuf, thanks very much. Press TV's Yusuf Al-Helou live in Gaza. Well, staying in the region, a leading rabbi in the occupied West Bank has encouraged Israeli soldiers to use Palestinians as human shields. Rabbi Yitzhar Shapira's latest decree comes a year after he released a book in which he wrote that Jews can kill civilians, including children, if they pose a threat. Earlier this month, 2 Israeli soldiers were convicted of using a Palestinian child as a human shield during Israel's war on Gaza at the turn of 2009. The 2 soldiers were convicted with forcing a 9-year-old boy to open several bags suspected of containing explosives. The incident was brought to the public's attention by the United Nations in a report which slammed Israel for committing war crimes in the Gaza Strip. More than 1,400 Palestinians were killed during the Gaza war. But earlier, our correspondent in Ramallah, Sari Al-Khalidi, told us more about the decree.
Well, this reminds me of previous statements made by Ovada Yusuf, the head of the Shas faction in Israel. Ovada Yusuf described the Palestinians as cockroaches which must be eliminated. He also said 2 months ago that the Palestinians have to be either killed or transferred to Jordan or to any other Arab country. So it is very obvious that these rabbis represent the very discriminative and very extremist side of the Jewish community in Israel. The Israeli soldiers don't need a statement by a rabbi to implement this violation of human rights. The Palestinians, of course, are terribly frustrated by the Israeli attitude, the Israeli military attitude in the villages, which causes more and more deaths and injuries during the incursions which take place during the midnight.